the archive with outstanding clips capturing the traditional way of life of Romani gypsies. It's Canterbury in Kent in 1939. These scenes are the work of filmmaker Mr. Barnes. English Romanis first arrived in the country at the beginning of the 16th century. They were originally part of a nomadic culture in India. 1,000 years ago they travelled west and settled in countries across Europe. When they arrived all those centuries ago, they claimed to be Egyptians, which led to the name gypsy. Even in the 20th century, it was a hard life. They often moved around in search of work. It all looks very romantic, but there were very few creature comforts, and large families shared very limited living space. Conditions were particularly hard for women. They were often expected to gather wood and kindling and cook over a campfire in all weathers. Just like today, gypsies in the 1930s placed great emphasis on family life. It was common for extended families to travel together. Aunts and uncles as well as grandparents took care of the children. As well as keeping camp, gypsy women sold clothes pegs, and some were fortune tellers. They also worked alongside the men, providing casual labour on farms. It was and still is a culture alien to most people. Gypsies have long experienced prejudice. Mr. Barnes probably had to earn the trust of this family. It's hard to believe shots of this quality date back to the first half of last century. Another camp, another job, this time spud picking. Earlier in the year it might have been soft fruit. Elsewhere, gypsies would be on hand to help with the harvest. Uniquely self-contained, yet still part of the community, Romanis once had their own language. It's no longer spoken, but numerous words are still used in day-to-day conversation. Gypsy children are chavis, money is vonga, and non-gypsies are gorgies. The gypsy way has changed over the decades. In the main, horse-drawn wagons have been replaced by trailers hauled by lorries. Conditions are slightly less cramped, but the traditions of keeping caravans scrupulously clean and a yearning for the open road remain steadfast.